Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. Give me a second. So I can't move on to the next step. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I'm your host, Kimberly Cloud. So I came up with a hiccup in the road. So right now I need to go ahead and do what I need to do. So I'm not playing no games. I'm going to go over everything that he needs me to go over. He said that he was looking for a specific criteria. So let's see what he's looking for. This is my second master's. And I'm like, I know that there's people that are better than me. However, I know what is needed. So let me connect you to what the teacher said and what is needed. Because I was doing good up until this point, and I got a master's. Like, I can see what I did wrong. Hold on, y'all. Okay. One. Go back. Hmm. Bear with me, you guys. Where is my. So what I'm doing right now, bear with me. So right now what I'm doing is I'm cross-referencing what I'm doing now, and I'm about to type some things, and then I'm gonna move on. I got a couple of finishing things to do. I gotta change. I got my references. I got my appendix A. This don't even need to be in here. How do I take this out? trying to read this. So I'm almost finished, you guys. I'm gonna move on to the next task. I'm trying to see where I lacked. He said I needed an abstract. He said I needed an introduction. He said I needed he didn't say I needed the rest because I had the figure, I had the table, I had the reference. So yeah. So far I got like 14 pages, and I'm trying to that's what I had initially, but that's not including the abstract and everything that he's looking for. He's looking for 7 to 10 solid pages of my material, but what's lacking is Cotter model and the change plan. True. Oh no. Hold on, y'all. Ooh, bear with me, you guys. I have to plug in my chargers. Okay, this one. Well, basically, Nadia, but I am writing about the Cotters. I know about the Cotters, create a sense of urgency, building a guiding. I know all of that. It's just how I express it is different, how other people's expression. I have to be well organized and tell a story. I apologize. I got a little mad. I got a little razzle dazzle. However, he's right. I'm wrong. Not trying to argue. A lot has been going on, so you have to bear with me. I'm creating a bar graph for my paper. I'll be honest. I had a lot of errors in there. So the difference of what I'm doing and what someone that plagiarizes do is two different things. It would eat me up if I even thought I was plagiarizing. It's not for UMGC. It's not for nobody. It's because I know I lied. So what I did was um I already know I can go over gradually without even looking. I can explain my whole paper. The purpose in this AI driven organizational change plan for me org is to assist people and come up with a budget plan using the change plan and the Cotter's 8 model piece detail. So what my paper talks about is being AI driven two ways: having a battle buddy supervisor type AI generated app or piece to the computer, or and the pre-interview and post employment. Pre-interview, you get interviewed by and supervisor and they evaluate you initially using their technology with AI. They evaluate if you're worth containing. They look at your SWOT: strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Then during the employment phase, they look at your behavior like a stock market. They look at, why did you go down? Why did you go up? You said steady for 3 months and then you slightly went down. What characteristics does this play in me org? And the purpose is, Sherry, there were 5 members or more, can't remember, of a guiding coalition. Sherry, she wasn't invited because she was always advocating and seeing that there and talking about how there are problems within me org. So is she retainable? Yes. However, why is she talking? What needs to be corrected for me org? It's not how bad the employee is. It's also, what can the company do to correct what people are complaining about? You can't just isolate someone in hopes that they'll do their job and go away. And they isolated Sherry. And Taylor is trying to be, Taylor Shaw, CEO. She's trying to come up with a solution so that everyone can, and we're included, where we all played a managerial role in what went on, our avocation of what went on within me org and what needs to be done. Because they say one thing, and it comes from the managers somewhat. They say one thing in their clause, in their vision, in their mission, in their packet, and they do stuff that is, if Sherry's complaining and statistics, white women are leaving, they like, fuck this shit, I'm leaving me, or like 40%, and then like, I think, I'm not, it's a lot. It's a lot. I don't have the statistics right here or the data, but the majority are Hispanic and Black. That is there. I didn't make this shit up. I'm not making this up. This is seriously the truth. And the women are leaving. There's a productivity in men. And it's Hispanic, it's like 2% Asian, and like African American. And I'm like, well, why is these young women leaving? And then they complain. They didn't complain. They actually did an interview where they sat up there and they were like, well, what made you leave? And they were like, bad management. So see, I know what I'm talking about. It's just that I don't know how to put it all the time in order. That's why I did my best. I got an A, and I deserved that A. I was more focused. But with everything going on, I'm trying to juggle. It's more tension. Even though somewhat I have time, I I, I haven't quite applied myself, but I know what I wrote. The purpose is, I know what I wrote. I know what I wrote. I know why. I know why. I'm fully aware of what's being written, even if I repetitively say it over and over. You know, all I have to do is extract some new data from somewhere else. They got to pull the data. I just stick to the 40% of white women because I'm like, that's a lot of white people leaving. That is a scary thing. That, you know. So yeah, that's how I feel. They meant to do it that way. They meant to do it that way to see how, you know, did we notice? Did Sherry notice? Did all of them notice? Because the data of when they sat up there and they did a survey, more negative went up and more positivity went down. I forgot exactly how much, by how much, but people were doing more complaining and less complimenting. And yeah, I read that crap. I, you know, so I give myself the opportunity to, and it's humble, but is what I'm doing is not plagiarism. Plagiarism is saying, write me a paper. Bam. On what? Me or what information do you have to give me? I don't do that. I've written the Cotters somewhat, but I knew about the Cotters because I read the Cotters model. I may not know it by heart, but I know some of it. And the change plan, what the manager that they put us in this position, what change plan. And I say AI is very important. AI is very important. I didn't get here by chance or by luck. Just bear with me. That's all I ask. So I took everything that I had. I didn't ask for a rewritten thing per se, but what I did was I said I gave them the transcription to the Cotter's models and how I felt about them in my own words. And then the change plan in my own words and said, add this. Say, add this to my, and make it in order based on what you, my teacher, my professor, is looking for. It's been a rough semester. It's not going to get no easier with the capstone just because I'm working alone. I'm not stupid. Hopefully, I'll be more focused. We'll see. But I'm not failing. I didn't come this far to fail. And I know what work I put in. You know, no matter what, if I see a tennis shoe, I should say, oh, look at that tennis shoe. It deserved to be AI generated. Oh, look at that t-shirt. That t-shirt deserved to be AI generated. How would you generate an AI? Huh? Like, whoa, a stealth shirt. That would be cool. They already have mirror-like technology, but a stealth shirt. You see how I just pop up with stuff, you know, just the goodie bag in my brain for being so nice to I guess. I mean, think of a stealth shirt. You can actually wear any color. You can just order the colors virtually. You'd be like, man, I have man, teal is really in right now. Really? Yeah, I'm feeling teal. Well, how you going? I'm just gonna wear this stealth shirt. I'm not talking about going in somebody's house and crawling with the shirt on. You like, I need an extra, extra large too, and crawling with that big old baggy Things gonna talk about peekaboo. They'd be like, I didn't see you. Yeah, I got this stove shirt. You know, whatever. It's just crazy. Okay. I did. I have to give him an apology. I don't like, I don't know. What did I do wrong, Professor Livingston? I mean, hey, I don't know if, for all I know, you were doing your job. So I'm going to be the bigger person because one thing one person said that was telling the truth is you have to sometimes compromise, even if you feel like you're right or wrong. You have to, and I'm not used to that. I'm not, you can tell, right? And so I don't want to tell you a story of how I am. You probably studied me, but you still wouldn't know in my labyrinth mind who I am because I'm very random. If I could be random from digital to quantum, I would be. However, I apologize. I don't know tomorrow. I may be cussing you out again via via voice. So I want to apologize, like I say to Trump. I want to apologize for my future until we exit this class, my present, and my past. So you can never say, you can, you can never say, I didn't apologize. Okay? Okay. Um, did I do anything in order? Like, could I have done anything different? Yes. It is nothing you did wrong. I mean, yeah. Have you ever said, damn? And it's like, I'm trying to make sure if I zoom back that it's in the middle. So I have to sit back like this. Because if I zoom in, it's just gonna, you know, I'm just gonna shut up. One day, man, with the wrong person in office, that's gonna be a bad thing. I'm not talking. Look, 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 look. Don't try to figure out my quotes and sayings. You just have to believe me when I say stuff. I'm thinking something for a reason. It's like that wig that's kind of, you can never get it right. You're like, okay. No, seriously. I am lunching. Okay. I don't need. Mm, mm. I know y'all asking me questions and all of that. Give me a second. Oh, okay. It's so weird, the parameters of graphs. It is just, are we made up of a graph? I don't know. I don't know. Oh my God. If they had to graph me, they would go by my height, my weight, my sex, race, genetics, DNA. I don't want to get into what AI could do with that. Okay. Something isn't right with that. How can they all be equal? Like that don't even make no sense. I noticed patterns. Yeah, they're all equal. How can new facilities wait? Pretty cool. Okay, I get it. I get it. I get it. Let me look up what allocation means. So it would be split equally. I didn't know 1.67 million evenly would equal 5 million. 4, 2, 3. That's pretty cool. Okay. Sorry about not showing you guys. I'm finished now. Mm-mm. That is so weird. Oh man. There we go. Thank you. Okay, one last thing. Mhm. Okay. Okay. Uh That's not flowing right. Where would it? Right there. Okay. Let me copy. Make a copy. I'm not smiling. It don't look right. I don't care what nobody did. It's not for the reason you think. Okay. I just had to see. Okay. Um, Let me go to the locker. Give me a second, you guys. Mhm. Mm. Hmm. Mm. I'm not really good at writing. I I will be the first to admit that. However, like I'm a very good researcher if you give me a task, and that's why I'm gonna read this. That is so funny. Me Org is currently experiencing elevated violence. I'm like, wow, dang. Oh my God. I know it, but yeah, the way I that's sad. That's sad. That's sad. Damn. Exactly. Yep, that's what I was saying. I didn't even read it. Yeah, that's what Sherry was saying. One was saying that, others were saying limited visibility, and the 40% or 60% of women, but 40% of those women that were women were white, they have a dissatisfaction with leadership. That's just in reverse. Let's just say a bunch of African Americans left a job and it was predominantly that would be really, you have to ask yourself why, if African Americans left somewhere in abundance, women, and it was mostly African and Hispanic, it would still be weird. But they didn't make the statistics like that. They actually made it where it just had. I'm just reading what they put. I'm not trying to be funny. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 With protected time. True, true, true. Mm-hmm. True. I like how they use time. Mm. Sorry, man, when you in a quiet house, you start hearing, you're like, what is that? So you're like, it's like your senses go off. You be like, what is that? I don't know. It's just me. It's just me. True. 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 That's true. I like how she got it all layered, or they have it all layered. Do, 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 do. It's a plane, y'all. It's a plane. If you can't hear it, it's a freaking plane flying over my house. I love that sound. It never gets old. It's a new sound. Same frequency, new sound. Hmm. Well done. Yeah. I'll let y'all handle that sector. If you need me to write, I will definitely write. I don't mind. Okay. I saved that. So which one was that? Uh, this. I'm gonna do it off camera. I think I owe them the respect. So that is it. I'm gonna do it off camera. Oh, I see my new show. So I'm about to do it off camera and because they've been hitting up my Yahoo email. So I need to look at every single detail off camera. And I will be back on here at 7 and I have to write them before 7. So you definitely take care. Hmm? And I will see you guys another time. Bye. I love you guys. I love you, supporters. Wee.